That's a funny thing they've got here. A doll inside of a doll.
Oh? You see them a lot in the north. It's folk art.
You don't think... Maybe it's meant to symbolize the relationship between seraphim and humans?
Whoa, I wouldn't go overthinking it.
But look, they specifically chose this odd configuration. There has to be some meaning behind it, don't you think?
Undoubtedly. So what would you say it means then, having a human inside of a seraph?
Well, maybe it represents the distinct personality inside each seraph? No, hold on. Perhaps, in depicting a fanciful inverse of the typical seraph and human vessel relationship, it's meant to symbolize coexistence between the two. Zavid, is there anything inside the innermost doll?
Yes. Typically in the very core is... a plum pit.
A plum pit? Yes, a symbol, of course. But of what? A pit is a seed, a sign of rebirth, perhaps? But then, why a plum? True, some bloom in the spring, but...
I'm starting to get why you like toying with our boy Mickey here.
I know, right? In some ways, he's even more pure than Saray.
Such rich philosophy. Very profound.
That caravan-attacking elephant must be a Hellion.
Most likely.
Oh, Acis, Oasis, the very font of life. Goddess of the barren wastes, succor to the parched.
Surprise poetry reading?
Now, Mickey, my boy. Surely as a water seraph, you understand how precious water is in a place like this.
Well, sure, I guess, but...
Go on, Lila. I know you're just aching to plunge that smoldering fire seraph skin into the cool crystal depths.
I'll pass. Do enjoy your nice clean spring.
Then Edna, come! It is only fitting that a seraph of the earth should join me as together we leap into this blessing from the land.
No wonder you're a wind seraph. Your situational awareness blows.
That
one stung.
Then wash your tears in this very font of life.
Yes. Yes, I think I will.
We cannot avoid this. What is up with that shining hellion? Jeez, it looks so heavy too.
You'll writhe in agony if you get stomped by it.
Hear the storm!
Everyone okay?
How careless of me, turning into a hellion.
Are you all right?
Oh, I must apologize for troubling you, Shepherd. My name is Alkin. You must tell me, what did I go and do?
Well,
You became an elephant hellion and started attacking merchants.
Oh dear.
That made things hard for the people in Logren. We wanted to do something to help.
Logren? Oh, those devout believers of the Shepherd. Is there no guardian seraph?
not right now. But the people continue to practice their faith, even in such hard times. It was the work of a hellion. Don't blame yourself.
But nevertheless, I used to scoff at those humans for how easily they would become tainted with malevolence. And then I myself became a hellion. And in my rage, I destroyed my very own followers. I'm ashamed of myself.
Hey, what's the use in crying over spilt milk? What matters is what you do from now on, right?
I'd wager you have a considerable amount of power, Alkin. Could we ask you to give your blessing to Logren?
We'll find a vessel ourselves.
I may be able to use the tower in Logren as my vessel. Assuming devout and pure humans have been living there.
Okay.
Please let me ask of you, so that I may atone.
Thank you.
Don't worry. We're sure it'll all be worth it.
Let's go back to Logren and tell them that their elephant problems are no more.
Hopefully this will make things easier on them, right?
I hope so.
And that'll do it.
Looks like your hunch was right again, Rose.
Hope you like that one, because I got loads more bad feelings on the way.
Roger. Let's all keep our guards up.
Can't believe there's a Hellion this big.
Its colossal size alone is... Ain't you overdoing it a bit there, Mixter?
No, this is about normal for me.
Can't hold back! The Medusa again?
She's a similar type of Hellion, but it's actually Steno.
We need to watch her petrifying attacks, right?
There are limited ways to prevent petrification.
If you aren't wearing preventive equipment, just try guarding.
Worthless! Hail in tandem! Serpent of water! Worthless! Open the way! Capturing crimson! Worthless! Multiple currents! I'll strike you! May your knowledge I'll strike you! Worthless! 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 I'll strike you! Worthless! Courage! Worthless! Go! Try this! Worthless! Worthless! I'll strike you! Worthless! I'll strike you! I'll strike you! I'll strike you! I'll strike you! Worthless! Vermilion Classic! Worthless! Blood Moon! Burn away! Vermilion Classic! Burn away! Pillars of Flame! Crimson Flame! Make it burn your soul! Burn away! Go forth! Burning at Vermilion Classic! Vermilion Classic! Burning Charge!
So much malevolence!
I believed in you! I threw everything away for you! Why? Why?
Saray, Purifier!
How could you? How could you choose her over me?
Oh, shoot!
If you're not confident, don't go after her. You'll just get yourself killed.
Saray,
What's done is done. Let's go investigate the village.
Yes, there may be survivors that need our help.
What just happened?
it was like people in his family just died.
Looks like it. Pretty much all of them, one after another.
It couldn't have been coincidence.
Were they murdered?
Saray, you were thinking about the Cardinal, weren't you?
Just for a moment.
If you're still unsure about it, why don't you go relax at an inn somewhere? I can make the problem go away.
What are you saying? You can't purify Hellions on your own.
But I can kill.
But that's...
Saray, if you hesitate, the enemy will pounce on your moment of weakness. Hasn't Zavid been saying the same thing? I don't want any of us to wind up getting hurt by sympathizing with the enemy.
Are you saying that I'm holding the team back?
Yep.
Wait, Rose, Saray's just...
Mikleo, not now.
I won't have second thoughts anymore.
Well, I'm not saying not to have them. But if you're gonna do it, then stick to it.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't need to be so worried about them. I feel like an idiot.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, you're not like an idiot.
That's not what she meant.
A holy woman, huh? Terrifying.
Terrifying? Why?
A chaste young shepherd boy wouldn't understand, would he?
I guess not.
I guess it's difficult to decrease the price of something when it's already gotten so high.
It does feel like the merchants are rather merciless on the pricing, but it's not like they've been affected by malevolence.
Right.
So I guess even returning the blessing won't solve everything.
A blessing alone can't change the hearts of people.
It's all so complicated.
At least the people of Logren haven't given up on restoring their village.
Either way, the shepherds shouldn't get involved.
Yeah, this is where the merchants come in. Agil, find anything interesting?
Sure did, boss. Remember how you were looking for iris gems?
Earth and Historia! Did you find one?
We did, but we were a little late.
Someone besides Saray wants them?
The guy that brought it is a priest who's studying archaeology.
Archaeology? Is he studying ruins?
I'm not really sure, but he has published several books.
Oh man, that's awesome!
I'm interested in his writing.
Could you try to stay on topic for once?
And who's this researcher?
As far as I know, he went to the Litwurg Bearwoods near Plitzerback wetland for some research.
That's pretty dangerous.
Though I do understand how he feels.
I'm a bit worried. Let's go. wonder who that archaeologist could be.
He's got the same interests as you, right? He must be a weirdo.
Probably. By which I mean absolutely.
You guys are so mean.
Think he'll have some new stories to tell us about ruins?
I certainly hope so.
Don't forget, we need to find the iris gem.
Yeah, I know. I remember this place was in the Celestial Record. Hey! Isn't this shaped like a fruit?
Don't say it. You know the cliché. That's the setup for it to show itself.
It's totally a footprint.
But you go ahead and say it after I explicitly told you not to say it, cliché. Curses.
Is calling out cliches a cliche?
Whatever.
So do you think this pond really...
Was a footprint? Could be. Dragon, giant, big-footed hellion, who knows?
It looks awfully old, though. I doubt it's still in this area.
I'd rather it not be in any area, myself.
Looking at it, I'm just amazed all over again.
I think I know what you mean. How could a seraph transform into something the size of a hellion?
You know, I have a theory. We seraphim carry ambitions and desires the size of a dragon within us, and it's all we can do to keep them in check. If that emotion erupts all at once and produces a hellion, it's essentially our internal passions made manifest on this earth. Looking at it that way, the size of all the hellions we see starts to make sense, don't you think? Huh? Did I say something funny?
No. Actually, we were surprised at how normal you sounded just now.
Sorry.
Huh. The say something out of character and surprise everyone with how many layers you have, cliché.
Enough of that!
Get ready!
Starfish?
Pretty much.
Can the starfish float?
Pretty much.
Let's do some fortune telling. Please pick one.
Alrighty.
Nick, Leo, and Edna will have excellent luck.
Wait, what about me? Is this the village of the saint?
No one's here.
Not so sure about that.
Stand strong! Water!
This is Riley.
Wait, this isn't Stino?
Die and
Think you're tough?
Go!
Hey. Think you're tough?
Lord of Wind! Wind Blade! Dragon Blade! Here we go! Wind Blade!
You won't win this
You
time.
feel it? Soul Return! Can you keep up? Come, divine wings! Swarm the sky! Spiraling Shark!
Return to force!
Center bang! Multiple currents!
I know now! I know how bottomless is human desire!
Lila!
You glorified me as a saint! You pushed all of it on me! You did nothing to help! You let disease take the children one by one! None of it was my fault!
Careful, get back! She still had fight left in her?
Dang, we couldn't purify her either.
Not doing so hot, are we?
Hey, wasn't that Hellion?
Yeah, it must have been the saint, betrayed by the people she believed in.
Medusa-type Hellions tend to be women with high degrees of self-righteousness and hatred.
Oh, so that's why you freeze when they glare at you.
The saint was a nun. Maybe the church in Pendrago would have some info on her.
Let's check it out. We can't have Hellions like that running wild.
Well, well, here comes trouble.
We can't hold back! Go for the win!
It's...
Self-explanatorily huge!
I see.
Were you hoping to explain?
Appear, flames!
Let's do some fortune telling. Please, pick one.
No way, I don't believe in that stuff, is what Rose would say.
Rose is indeed quite down to earth.
Hey, ask me! I do believe in that stuff, you know?
This place is a lot more dangerous than I thought.
We need to find him. Quick.
What was that?
Are you that archaeologist?
You just cut through those walking stones!
It's not like that. It's called a heli...
Stay away from me, you monster!
What's the deal? We came to save you!
We're really after the Iris Gem.
True, but Saray isn't just about that.
Hey.
Well, at least he's okay.
Yeah, I guess.
But still!
Look, there's the Earth in Historia.
That researcher dropped it.
Well, well, looks like we got a souvenir out of it.
Is this really okay?
Of course it's all right. What was that? That baby?
That can't be real, can it, Lila? How could anything like that happen?
The Earth in Historia record the events of the past.
So, that really happened?
And it wasn't just some random tragedy. You couldn't do something like that without using seraphic arts.
You mean a Hellion or Seraph used an art on humans?
Most likely for revenge.
Pretty disturbing art. Nah, more like pretty disturbing art user.
But his family had nothing to do with this.
Maybe the goal was to rob him of his purpose in life. Way more brutal than just walking up and killing him.
But surely no one deserves that kind of treatment, no matter what they've done.
Too bad, though. We didn't get to hear his stories about the ruins.
It's all right. Even if we'd have met with him, he probably wouldn't have listened to your ideas.
It's fine.
But what we know is based on our own thoughts, after experimenting firsthand.
Even if our conclusions are different.
I'll say.
Hey! Quit lollygagging, you nerds!
Rose is still mad at us.
You know it's because she cares.
I know. I'm cool with it.
You guys are quite a team.
Come on! Put some hustle into it!
Coming!
A jeweler who handles iris gems, huh?
Let's head for Western Bolt Gorge.
I can't believe it. Both of the Medusa-type Hellions are...
They're probably Cardinal Fortin's sisters.
Are you sure? It seems like too much of a coincidence.
Well, the only way to learn the truth is to ask the Hellions themselves.
But how?
If we're right, then I'm guessing they've gone back to their hometown.
A gut feeling?
Sort of, yeah. Just a hunch based on how humans think.
Well, it's not impossible, psychologically speaking.
Halfway logic is better than no logic at all.
And Rose's gut hasn't led us astray yet.
But we can't go there right now. Glaven Basin is currently closed off.
So, we'll have to sit tight and wait for an opportunity, huh?
Ate the iris gem? That sounds like a Hellion. I mean, one hopes.
There should be a vista point nearby.
We can't afford to hold back. Let's do this!
A goblin lord! Which means that it's totally awesome at riding that thing!
Figured you'd say that.
You can't just swing your sword around and win.
What about swinging an umbrella around?
Boom! Earth and Historia!
He tried to kill himself. So many times. And yet, in the end, none of it worked.
But wait, that's weird. You'd think at least one of them would have stuck.
He probably wasn't serious about it.
He sure as heck looked serious about it.
Yeah. It really felt like he wanted nothing more than to die. I'm guessing this isn't a coincidence either. Hard to say.
The more we learn, the more mysteries we find.
That's pretty much how the world works.
What is the Night Squad thinking?
10 people have been killed already, and they haven't a single clue.
Please calm yourselves. We are doing our best to find the culprit.
But that means nothing if you can't catch him! There's a murderer on the loose!
I understand your concern, but please believe us. I swear on my honor to find the culprit.
Huh. Rumor has it you have your eyes on a different kind of honor. Isn't that right, Captain? Starting to butt into politics more, aren't you?
So that's what this is about. Of course, political power is more important to you than citizens' lives.
No, I would never do such a thing.
Everyone, the affair with Cardinal Fortin is still under investigation, and the knights are shorthanded as a consequence. These knights are only human too. Please, don't judge them so harshly.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Father Amathor.
Humans are weak, and we must all acknowledge that. Evil lies in the people's hearts, especially those who allow themselves to fall to their own arrogance.
Indeed. We are weak creatures, but that is all the more reason for me to work harder.
As expected of Captain Sergei, salvation shall come your way when you are in need.
I do apologize, but such is the situation. I must go join the search squad.
I wonder, could Hellions be behind all these murders?
Let's check it out.
Sounds like this Hellion is nocturnal. Let's wait until nightfall.
Something just doesn't feel right.
What is it?
How should I know? It's just a gut feeling.
This gives me the creeps. It's like something's going to pop out. Did I scare you?
No, I just have a bad feeling is all. Saray, over there!
The culprit's inside the church!
The killer? Why did he go into the church?
Are they dead?
This is not death, but salvation, good Seraph. I have purified the evil.
He heard my voice?
Why so surprised? You were the one who showed me the way in my dreams, time and time again. That the world's salvation was my sworn duty.
You call this salvation? This is massacre!
The blame rests on them. They could not admit their own weakness. Instead, they would blame their own country, the knights, even the church for their own blasted misfortune. Such disgusting vermin. What would you call their illness, if not malevolence?
Are you serious?
Quite, I assure you. This world is so hopelessly smitten with malevolence. If I do not dispose of the evil ones, there can be no future. It may seem cruel, I know, but it must be done. That is my sworn duty.
Lila, is he?
No, he's not a Hellion.
Father Amathor, you are under arrest for mass murder.
You assume I can be bound with the laws of man? How foolish. But then again, who could blame you? I am all too aware that your brother was killed by Cardinal Fortin in an attempt to fight her. He must have been but a weakling who could do nothing but blame his misfortunes on the church. And oh, you poor soul, who's been working so hard to atone for his sins, your heart is truly worthy of salvation.
How dare you!
Enough, Saray. What he says isn't far from the truth.
Of course it isn't. Please, confide in me what troubles you. After all, it is my duty to save lost lambs like yourself.
Surae, Seraphim, I beg of you, please, don't abandon us humans.
And that was the moment that Heldalf, the Lord of Calamity, was born.
He was a human being once, just like us. Unbelievable as it is.
Yes, he may have been a cold military leader, but he had genuine love for his family.
How could someone like him turn into the Lord of Calamity?
Well, he did lose his family.
I don't know. It felt like more than anything that happened to him, the transformation was born of his own resolve.
Could be.
It's probably not anything we can ever truly understand. But I can tell this much. Heldalf finally gave up. He couldn't fight back any longer.
Think this is all of the Earth in Historia?
But we're still missing something crucial. How did Heldalf end up that way?
Well, we know all too well what hardship he's been through.
Whoa there, Sheps. Don't tell me you're sympathizing with him.
Is it sympathy? I can't even tell.
Sheesh, Lila, this is cruel. I liked it better when he was a faceless bad guy. You can chop those to bits guilt-free.
I'm sorry.
But really, though, it's tough. How are we supposed to figure out the right thing to do?
Well, is Lila even telling Surae to find the right answer? Or...
Oh! Zavid!
Dang, sorry.
So now what? Just standing around talking like this isn't gonna solve anything.
Let's go back to see Maven.
Right. He's probably organized his thoughts by now anyway.
I think I'm vaguely starting to get it. There's some connection between Heldalf and the shepherd who came before me.
I see. So Lila avoided speaking about it directly by asking Maven the storyteller to help her out. Ouch! Damn it, that's not what you use an umbrella for!
You have no idea how the mind of a lady works. Ouch! That hurts! Dang, what an ice queen. Ouch! Dang, she's not playing around!
Thanks, Zavid. We needed someone to break the tension.
Oh, I think our Rose might be in love.
Don't get your hopes up.
Aww.
Let's hurry to Logren. I'm sure the old man will be waiting for us there.
Quite rare that we're ever in the same place that Maven is.
For sure. I mean, he's an explorer and all.
Is there any real reason why, though?
You really need to ask?
Guess there's no point in worrying about it.
Yep. Like they say, fear is often greater than something.
Greater than danger, you mean?